Hello, everyone. I am Dmytro Mishkin. I was a teaching assistant for computer vision course in a couple of years, and I would like to share like the problems which we have and how we try to solve them under this nice EuroTeQ grant. So what we have now is that students can easily obtain like theoretical knowledge of how algorithm works, why, derive theoretical guarantees, and so on via lectures and like practical derivation exercises. They're also quite good as with coding exercise into implementing their own algorithms and doing like all this stuff. But somehow they have not much of intuitive understanding of how to tune and use algorithms in practice, because they have some moving parts, some knobs, and some limitations. And one thing is when you like theoretically, you may know how these limitations are and work, but not really in practice. And so that's a missing part. And we are proposing to fill this gap with a playground Jupyter notebooks. And I will first explain a bit what are these. These are kind of format of document which has a like rich text with multimedia, basically same as a good PDF or as lecture or slides. But also you can embed their code. You also can run this code and have the output also in the document, not in the window, and this is stored. So basically, this is a very nice interactive document format. And it's also important that it works either locally, so students run on their own machine, so it can be scaled infinitely because no resource needed, or they can use it in a cloud like Google Colab. Again, no kind of support from university is needed. And this is example from the notebook we are using in our labs. This is the train to do image colorization. So this is explanation, those example of code, and this is example of output of our reference model, and they need to re-implement this reference model as a thing. But however, so that was like just coding exercise. And now what we propose is to provide like something in the middle as a playground. So we implement algorithm for them, and they can play with visualization, which is also implemented, input and output parameters. And also if they want to do some research and implementation, they can actually change anything they want. And now I show you how it works. So this is pilot example which we already developed. So like our now I think ex-student who's very kind to work on this. So this is a line fitting with a runtime. So you have some experimental data, you have line model, and there are a lot of outliers, which is like huge noise. And one can specify all these parameters of this data, so generate this. And here is how the interface look like. So one can select different parameters, loss functions, and then run it step by step and see what is going on there. For example, they run one step, the algorithm fit one line, and the students see, okay, it's not very good. Then another thing, and finally, algorithm converges into 30 steps into this nice line. And then we give a student a task like, okay, so please experiment with this and write down how you can break this algorithm, what are very unfortunate conditions, and then how you can modify the loss function to actually avoid this failing. And so they develop some kind of intuitive understanding of how algorithm works, not just like math derivation, but applying this on practice on like predefined toy problems, but also they can use it for their own research. For example, if they change, like invent their own some subpart of the algorithm. And yeah, thank you for attention. And we are hope that it would be used for other computer vision course in the EuroTeQ partners and here as well.